The greatest gift you could give your kids, and not only your kids, but yourself. It's not presents, it's not money, it's this: your healthy habits. The things that you do on a day to day basis that brings you joy, that brings you happiness, that builds your body, your vessel. That's what you can give your kids. I met this family the other day that lives in this neighborhood, and their kids eat zero processed sugar. They go on a walk slash jog every single day. They jog 1 mile every single day together as a family. They go down to the dock, they jump in the water, they come out of the water, they do push ups, they do sit ups, all as a family. There's a 7-year-old kid and a 9-year-old kid, and a dad and a mom. They all do it together. And it's one of the only instances that I've ever seen this, and it just surprised me. I was like, "Oh my gosh, like how do you even do this?" And the thing was, like, he grew up not healthy. He grew up eating at gas stations. He grew up eating processed foods, this guy. And then after he had this health journey, he was, drinking a whole bunch, partying a whole bunch, doing the whole thing, same thing as me. But then he changed his life. And then he not only changed his life for him, he changed it for his whole entire family. And now his both his sons do the same thing. I even offered them a lollipop that had CDO on it, which is Conscious Dance Orlando, which I fully support, but they declined. The kids, the two boys said no to a lollipop because they don't eat that stuff. They don't eat processed sugar. And to be honest, that really surprised me. And I was like taken back. I was like, whoa. Like these kids like not only are getting fed this, they embody this. And the reason I'm telling you all this stuff right now is because there is a big issue in the United States right now where there's a lot of people that are overweight. There's a lot of people that are obese, and you can see it everywhere. There's people with handicap signs because they can't walk, because they're too obese, and they have scooters. And some of them, sure, they might have injuries, but they probably have injuries because of being overweight. They probably have knee surgery because of being overweight. And so, what I'm saying to you is if there are two parents, the dad and the mom, reproduce, they have a child, they raise a child, and let's say both of those people are overweight, it is an 80% chance that child will be overweight or obese. Now that to me is not okay. Can you imagine giving that to your kid? Being like, oh, this life is pretty difficult. If you're overweight or obese, your life is more difficult. That's like non-negotiable. That is definitely going to make your life more difficult because it's more difficult to move. Human beings are made to move. And when you can't move, it makes life harder. And when you're significantly overweight, it's difficult to have a lot of energy. It's difficult to do the things you want to do. It's difficult to look around, see other people looking at you because you're so overweight. And then you're going to give that to your kid? And that's okay with you? To me, that's not okay. And I know there's a lot of people out there that don't have the skills. Their parents didn't teach them how to eat, but there's a lot of information out there. And if you do apply this information, then you can rebuild your life. And I know there's a whole bunch of genetics where people are like, hey, my genetics isn't as good as yours. I've seen people that are like 500-600 pounds drop all that weight. And they probably don't have the best genetics either. But what they have is that drive. What they have is eating healthy. Everybody, every single person on this planet can eat healthy. But imagine if you were 500-600 pounds and then you were able to lose that weight and then give what you've learned to your kids and live a better life. Sure, it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. But it's not easy being 500-600 pounds. Not easy being 200-300 pounds overweight. So the best gift you can give yourself and your kids is not gifts. It's not a phone. It's not an iPad. It's your healthy habits. And with your healthy habits comes self love. And with self love comes love for others. So, the best thing you can give yourself and your kids is your healthy habits. And it starts today. And if you are ready, if you are dedicated to be on this health journey and to finally make a stand for your health, for the health of it and for the self love of it, right on. Send me a message and I will shoot you over as much information as I can because I was not always like this. I used to eat freaking Taco Bell on the reg. I used to eat 8 soft tacos and a Baja Blast before I went to play basketball. So I've been there. I've been there. And now I eat completely different. I have the best health I've ever had in my life, and I'm in the best shape of my life. And I'm 32 years old. Way healthier than I was 18, 20, 22, 26. Way healthier because I changed my lifestyle, and you can too. And I hope you have the best day of your freaking life. And if this landed for you, or if this like hit the edge or triggered you, I hope it triggers you in the way for change. Because let me tell you what, I was there too. I was a Baja Blast man. I was eat at the freaking gas station man. So let's change our lives together. Let's grow. Have a beautiful night.